Baxter. We haven't visited with Baxter in a week. Great practice to get our Monday onto a good start. So let's just come on to our mat. I have a block nearby, and she said a strap that I have to reach a little bit for. So as we begin to settle in, you might like to just wiggle around a little bit. Your bed, warmth of the bed may be really close by. So we want to, again, invite rather than force. Maybe that means a blanket under the head. From the body into the second layer, the pranayama kosha, our energetic layer in our body. So we lean, we listen into the breath. When we draw to our inward senses, it calms the mind. Patanjali says in verse 2, some. I'll put it in the email. It is true. Agitation starts on the outside, or an attachment, the kleshas. The kleshas have the energetic qualities of the gunas that we talked about yesterday. So the yoga practice, the eighth limb, is to support us from not getting tangled in the kleshas, getting stuck in one energetic habit, but to bring the sattvic balance. For Monday morning, there may be a little sluggish, that energetic balance. We can invite in the Brahmari breathing. Do it right here on our back, the bumblebee breath. So taking a breath in, and as you exhale, humming. We'll do this 5 more times. And then pausing in stillness. The Brahmari breath. It both energizes and calms simultaneously. So can't go wrong. Let's bring the arms down alongside the body. And we will begin to invite movement into the latissimus dorsi, your wings on the back. Inhaling, lengthen back, allow the back to arch. And exhale, flattening, arms comes back. Inhaling, arching. And exhale, flattening, letting your head move so that as you inhale and arch, arms overhead, the chin draws towards the chest, the Jalandhara Bandha. And as you exhale and flatten Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, so lifting the pelvic floor, the lower abdomen contracts. The chin is now moving away. Easy peasy. And next time we take the arms overhead, straighten the legs out. Full body stretch. And I like the little side stretches. So that is a somatic movement. Getting the side bodies opened up, not just the front and the back as we did with the arch and flat. And we will reach up through both heels, both hands. Let your arms rest where it is comfortable for your body. So that may not be straight back. It may be more out to the side so that you don't have a hovering body part. Let's take a breath in. As we exhale, we'll hug the right knee into the chest. Take the head down because we're just going to do some ankle circles here in the first one. Clockwise or counterclockwise, wherever you started, switch. And then a couple of pumps. And let's do the same thing to the left leg. So exhale, we'll hug the left leg in. And again, ankle circles. Irrigating the deep, deep roots of our tree. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Couple of pumps. And we stretch back out. When we exhale, we back on the right side. Hug the right knee in. Take the knee to the side. And then I twist. So right knee, left hand. I'm back in center. Clasp the hands behind the thigh. Press up through the heel. And exhale, hug the knee back in. Stretch out. Left side, exhale, hugging in. Inhale, knee to the left side, right arm is out to the side. I switch, now twisting. Give the knee to the right hand. And I return to center. Clasp the hands. And back to the knee to chest, full body stretch. Right side again, chin to chest, knee to the side. So I'm not forcing anything. I'm just gently allowing my body to warm up. And lengthen out slowly. So the hamstring stretch. Then we bookend it with the knee to chest, lengthen out, left side, knee in, inhale to the side, exhale, twist. We're back at center for the hamstring press. And we exhale, we hug back in, stretch out. One more time, each side. Exhale, right knee in, head comes down as we take the knee to the side. And across, center for the hamstring. Exhale, chin to chest, full body stretch. Again, left side knee in for the wind blowing pose. Out to the side, opening everything in the lower abdomen, and we twist. Spine and digestive support, hamstring, spine support, and exhale, hugging in. We are home. So these simple movements, exhale, take the arms down and bend up the knees. they have a profound effect on our internal organs as they are getting a gentle stimulation and massage as we move in the supine. We'll take our strap for Chatush Padasana. That is just another way of saying the bridge pose, but we'll use the strap and take it around the ankles. So in this variation, it gets a little bit tighter, maybe, than bridge pose, but you may also prefer it. So with the feet hip width apart, actually, let's put our block between the knees too. We're gonna play a little bit with that today. So block between the thighs, hooking the ankles. And then when you're ready, inhale, lifting up. And exhale, we lower down. Take a full breath in and out. And as you inhale next, again, pressing the feet down and then lifting up. Notice the relationship between your pelvis, spine, and head. Slowly lowering back down again. Buffer breath once more. And this one is the keeper. Inhale, press the four corners of the feet down. And then as you gently draw on the strap, can you get a little bit more lift of the chest? A little bit more lift of the chest. You can roll the shoulders under a bit. Now squeeze the block. Squeeze the block. And we breathe in and out. Remember from yesterday with Lauren Fishman's, for it to be a bone growing pose, we need to hold it at least 30 seconds. But a minute would be better. We breathe in, we breathe out. The whole back body is waking up. On the next out breath, slowly lowering down. And we'll take the block side, take the strap to the side, and we're going to come on to the abdomen. And we know cobra pose, but today we're going to take the arms wider so that they come out. Ooh, to probably some very wide shoulders. Grasshopper arms, I like to call these. So the wrist is right under the elbow. My elbows are sticking straight up. I'll take my forehead down. Lengthen the legs back, tops of the feet. We're down, tailbone towards the heels. And let's just get the shoulders a little jiggy. A little jiggy, both directions, circling. And then we'll roll the shoulders up and down the back. And then inhale, press the hips down, lift the heart, lift the head. So it's not a big lift. Not a big lift. And exhale, lowering down. Let everything cool. We'll do that again. Inhale, press the hips down, lift the heart, let the head follow. And then I'm going to twist to the left, draw the right elbow, so shoulder forward and left shoulder up. I'll twist to the other side. So I'm rotating around the spine, a little bit of driving up the shoulders, getting some thoracic mobility. And coming back to center. Is there a little bit more height? Lifting up. Lengthen the front body and slowly come down. We'll place the hands now by the side chest. Roll the shoulders up and back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And inhale, lift the heart. Cobra. And exhale, back to puppy pose. Lengthen the hips back. And let's inhale forward, modified plank. And then slowly lower down. I call this the roly-poly. Thighs, belly, chest, and head. And roll the shoulders up and down the back again. Inhale, lift the heart and the head. Bend the knees and lift. It's the feet up. A little awkward, I know. And we lengthen the legs. We push back to puppy pose. Inhaling forward to modified plank again. So here's where we've done a lot of little push-ups are really good to help strengthen the upper body. Same thing when we lower down in the roly-poly. Thighs, belly, keep the elbows pulling back. Roll the shoulders up and down, release the tops of the feet, we're back in. Cobra. And one more time. Back. Puppy. And then walk the hands back and come into a kneeling pose. Take your blocks. Ustrasana, camel pose. Taking the hands to the sacrum, pelvis. And we roll the shoulders up and down the back. So this is the sternum is the camel's hump. That's what we're growing. And be mindful about your neck. So keeping maybe a little bit of a Jalandhara Bandha as you begin to travel back. Draw the elbows together. Squeeze the block. Squeeze the block. And inhale all the way up. This one, can you tell it gets the whole digestive system on the team. We're going to do this one more time. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, lift the sternum, squeeze the blocks. Lift the sternum, squeeze the block. So this is a thoracic back bend. Maybe the chin lifts a little higher. And we inhale back up again. Sitting back in Varasana, thunderbolt pose. Let's take the block out of the way. Pause. Thunderbolt is a really good Monday morning pose. We're going to walk forward. Modified plank, tuck the toes under, and return to either puppy or downward facing dog. Take your dog for a little walk, and if you're in puppy pose, you can come up to tabletop and wiggle things around a little bit. So we are again moving, inviting movement, a little bit of adjusting energy, but we don't want too much. That residue of the weekend is still with us. Let's inhale forward to plank pose. And take the knees down. Take the knees down. And then inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Now bend the knees, bend the knees. So sometimes called swan pose. And release the toes down. We go back to downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, forward to plank. And take the knees down, modify plank. Lower the hips, lift the heart, and bend the knees. Lift. And from here, one more dog. One more dog. And then let's come forward, checking the time that we are still on par. Lowering the knees down. We're going to lower all the way down. All the way down. We're going to come onto our forearms. Sphinx pose. A lovely way to get the psoas to lengthening out. So the psoas muscle attaches all the way up at solar plexus. L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, swoops down through the pelvis where it picks up the iliacus. And both are connecting to your upper thigh bones. So as you inhale, gently press the hips down, draw the tailbone toward the heels, pressing the elbows down, and then isometrically. We get a little bit more thoracic back bend, lengthening up through the front spine, broaden the collarbones. Soften. Coming all the way down. We're going to bend the right leg. Take the left arm forward. So if the right ankle is not readily available, a couple of things. You can use a strap. You can just move them towards one another. You don't have to hold together. You can bend the knee and then take your left arm to the floor. It is whatever works for you. From here, inhaling, kick the foot back and use that to lift. You also press down through your straight arm. Lift the straight leg, lift the straight leg. So I'm getting on this little half bow pose as I keep pressing the bent knee into my hand if I have contact. If not, press the straight arm down, lifting up. And maybe lift the straight arm down, up, maybe. And we breathe, so half bow pose and lower down. We're going to switch out to the other side. Inhaling, pressing your straight arm down. That helps getting the lift. And then maybe lift your bent knee thigh, maybe the arm. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Maybe the straight leg. And lower down. We should do that one more time. When you're ready, press the hips down. And then everything begins to lift. The head, leg, heart, thigh, whatever we can find. Breathe. And lower down. Release. Hands back. By the side chest. And we're going to push back. If you'd like a dog here, take a dog. Puppy. Lengthen back. And then we're all going to meet up in wide knee child's pose. Using the hands on the mat to create length to wide knee child's pose. Breathing into the back body. And then we'll come up into a seated posture. That may be Virasana, hero's pose on a block. It may be sitting right up on your heels. That's it, enough of this. So placing your hands on your thighs or knees. Simhasana, lion's breath pose. So that is both a pose, an asana, but it's also pranayama. This is where we take a breath in, and as we exhale, we stick the tongue way out, cross the eyes, and look at the third eye while you put your claws on, so it looks like this. So let's do that together. Let's take a deep breath in. Close, retreat. And we'll do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Roar. And normal breath. And we are ready for the last one. Deep breath in. And wipe the spittle off. And settling in. The concentration exercise that we introduced last week, I have found it to be absolutely mind-blowing. What it does for my ADHD brain. So I hope you're finding it to be a benefit too. So we'll conclude with that today. So remember, the first part is closing the eyes. You take 3 breaths with your awareness inside, focusing in. Then after the 3rd breath, you open your eyes, but you keep your awareness on a physical sensation. It may be the palms touching your body. After the 3rd breath, you now shift your focus outward, something 5, 10, 15 feet away, and you look at that for 3 breaths. And then you go to the horizon, how far you can see in your room. You may be able to look out a window. 3 breaths. And then you create a panoramic view. So the center kind of focus as you pan wide for 3 breaths. Closing the eyes after the 3rd breath, you go back in. Into you. 3 breaths. Opening the eyes. Awareness in your body. Shifting to a point 5 to 15 away. if you can look at it, really hone in, get a laser beam. And shifting to the far horizon, as far as you can look. For the panoramic view, last. Wide. And after the third breath, you're going to close your eyes again. This time you're going to bring your palms together. And you're going to rub your palms. And then cup them over the eyes, creating complete darkness. Blinking the eyes softly. And then use your hands, massaging the forehead across the brows, under. Massage the rim of the ear. Around the ear, maybe the masna, your jaw, and the neck. And we are ready to meet our week. We'll bring the palms together. And we'll close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Let's take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. May you be well. Thank you. Namaste.